My people, wonder shall never end. You see, in this life, whenever a woman is always complaining, always talking about the husband's attitude, always quarreling with the husband over their attitude, know that that woman really cares. She cares for you and she loves you. You see, the moment you push her into looking at you or allowing you to do anything you want, just know that she is no longer interested in that relationship or that marriage. Yes, so according to what we are hearing right now, they said two Baba and his mother, they were in shock. When I mean shock, they were surprised over Annie Dibia's recent attitude. You know that Annie have been struggling with her life in India. And lucky enough, information have it that she have come back in good health, that she is better now from rehab center to that India, and she did a great well, as in she is doing well right now from what we are hearing. And remember that few weeks ago there was this news that two Baba have, is it weeks or months now, that two Baba have come out on social media on his Instagram handle to talk about divorcing Annie. Hey, a lot of people were not happy with that news, and that is because their relationship have lasted a long time, you know, over 22 years, and a lot of people were not expecting that from two Baba, knowing fully well that Annie have been enduring a whole lot from two Baba. Annie happens to be the first girl in two Baba's life, but her daughter happens to be the fifth child of two Baba. You can imagine that, and yet she still stays. And people are saying that it is because of the fact that Annie loves two Baba too much, more than she ought to, you know. And two Baba was taking that love for granted. And shortly after that, okay, when that happens, Annie wrote an emotional message begging him to forgive her if she have offended him in any way, reminding us how she sold her father's motorcycle to give two Baba the money to record his first album. As in, she even told two Baba that he is her only love, the only love that she have, and all of that. So a lot of people were praying for her, praying that God will give her the courage to move on, because with two Baba's attitude, you could see that he doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn. A lot of people came for him, telling him that this is not the right time, knowing that his wife, Annie Dibia, is going through emotional problem. And not only that, she is in a rehabilitation center over something they said it was two Baba that introduced her to, which is taking all the substances. We don't know how true that is, but they said she was in a rehabilitation center. And Tiwa Savage and this other lady, I've forgotten her name, they were the ones taking care of her. And they said she had a wound in her leg, and the wound have refused to heal. When the situation was getting worse, they decided to fly her to India for treatment. We saw a video where her daughter was asking her, "Mommy, are you okay? Are you feeling lonely? Are you okay?" As in, you could see that Two-Face abandoned Annie there, because for her daughter to be asking such a question, she know that the father is not there with her, you know. So, and before that, there was this video where two Baba, okay, after two Baba proposed to Natasha, because we all saw the video where she was begging Nigerians to please talk to Natasha to accept her proposal. You know, you can imagine that. Which means, I don't know, that drama was something else. At the end of the day, we saw a video that she proposed to Natasha, and Natasha accepted. Then, Two-Face mother came out to say that Natasha hung a bead on two Baba's neck and his hand. That two Baba is acting based on the influence of that bead, that bead is juju. I'm sure you saw the video, you know. So with all of this, it simply means that two Baba's mother did not approve of that relationship. Because I believe that if she have approved the relationship, she wouldn't have come out on social media to say all those things about Natasha and all of that. So at that point, they said Annie was emotionally down. But they keep telling her that, look, oh, you have children. And it's not a must that you must continue with Tubaba. Yes, in as much as you have been in a relationship for half a very long time, for decades, you have to live for your own children. You have to move on. You have to live for yourself. Self-love is very important. I'm telling you, if you have a child, teach that child to love his or herself, before loving others. Because I believe that if Annie have loved herself 50%, then giving Two-Face 50%, it wouldn't have weighed her down the way it did. Now, after all said and done, we heard that Annie have recovered fully and she is now back. When she came back, information have it that Tubaba was boasting that Annie loves him so much that definitely she was going to call to ask him, why did you abandon me, this, that. But unfortunately, maybe Annie have listened to people's advice to know that her life is very important than anything. They said Annie now decided to move on with her life. Two-Face waited and waited. Annie did not call. Annie said her life is very important and sweet to her. Two-Face said, it will not take time, she will call. Even if she did not come, she will come. Maybe she will go and start fighting Natasha. That's the kind of person that she is. She never know that situation will make someone to change. And when a woman becomes tired of you, she will stop complaining. She will stop fighting. She will tell you, go to hell. And at this point, it's beginning to look like Annie have concluded that Tubaba could go to hell for all she cares. And now we are hearing that Tubaba's mom have called Annie. Before now, I don't know if you guys saw a video where Annie was saying that Tubaba's family, they never liked her. They never supported her. Any little problem they have with their son, they will put the blame on her. I don't know if you have seen such a video before. Now, they said Tubaba's mother now called Annie, congratulating her for her healing and everything. Then Annie's mother was like, Annie was like, thank you. So now we got an information that, so they said, Two-Face mother called Annie after congratulating her and all of that. We got an information that this same woman who have seen Annie as a problem to Two-Face started complaining to Annie. That do you know that ever since Annie got entangled with Natasha, Two-Face no longer cares. And you know that there is this close relationship between Tubaba and his mother. That Two-Face no longer cares about them. You can hardly get anything from Two-Face. That Two-Face is even running from her. Yay! And they say Annie was just quiet listening to her. At the end, do you know what they said Two-Face mother told Annie? That Annie, you know that this is your husband we are talking about. You shouldn't fold your arms and allow another woman take your husband from you. That that woman is using juju on your husband. That your husband does not know what he is doing. That his eyes are not clear. Hey! And they say Annie was like, in her mind though, is it me that this woman, did she even know who she's talking to? So she now expects me to go and start fighting Natasha over Two-Face. This is strange, oh. They said when she finished telling Annie, letting her know that she is ready to join force with Annie to make sure that Tubaba did not continue the relationship with Natasha, that all she needs is Annie's support, and that they are going to make it happen. They said Annie told her that anyways, that she is still surprised hearing this from you, but unfortunately that she have decided to love herself more than anything in this life. That if Tubaba finds happiness being with Natasha, that she cannot stop her, she cannot stop him. Let him continue. After all, what matters is that Tubaba is happy. That as long as Tubaba is happy with Natasha, that she is okay with that. That she cannot start fighting over a man now, not after recovering from this life-threatening issue that she had. That she doesn't want a situation where people will start fighting her again over a man. That it is Tubaba's decision to make. As long as she is happy with Natasha, that there will be no problem. Yeah? They said the mother was like, is this really coming from you? And they said before you know it, Annie said she is don't know that this time she have moved on with her life. She no longer cares. After all, Baba is ready to divorce her. And they said the mother was shocked because they thought that Annie will start fighting again. Because all these years she have been fighting for the love. That's watching. They are all alleged information. Share this video.